Coco, and welcome back to another Coco in the kitchen. And today I'm going to be making fresh pizza, so let's get into it. Okay, we're going to start off by making fresh pizza dough. We're going to get 2 cups of pizza flour. This is 1. Perfect! Now we're gonna make a volcano in the middle. Okay, we're gonna get 3/4 of a cup of water, but this part is very specific, you guys, because we have to make sure the water is 80 degrees, not 81, not 79, not 82.
80 degrees.
Which it is 80 degrees. Perfect. Now we're gonna get 2 tablespoons of yeast. 1, 2. And now we're gonna mix it in there, and now we let it sit and wait a little bit for it to activate. You should know when it's activated when it starts to turn brown and you see bubbles at the top, so this should take around 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so now you can see a little bit at the top how you see it's foggy and you see a little bit of the bubbles at the top, a little bit at a time, not too much because you don't want it to, and just really get it in there, get in the middle. It's normal for it to spill out. That happens that happens half the time when I do it. That's completely normal. You guys, when I started doing Coco in the kitchens, I was like 8 years old, and I would make little snacks and I would dance on my counter. And now for this series of Coco in the Kitchen, where I'm much older, we're making real authentic Italian food. It's gonna be one of the best fresh pizzas you guys have ever seen. We're gonna create a volcano, as I like to call it, and we're gonna pour in a little bit more. And then we're gonna make our volcano again, repeat. If you guys watched my pasta video, it took much longer for the dough to create when making fresh pasta than making fresh pizza dough. I'm gonna pour in the rest of the water. And I learned how to make fresh pizza from my dad. My dad's side of the family is super Italian. We all make fresh Italian food together, and it's like something we do every family gathering. And yeah, my dad gives me
all the tips and all the tricks and everything, but
when making pizza, you don't necessarily have to make the dough from scratch. You can just buy the dough already made from the food store and then make the sauce on your own, which we will be getting into once our pizza dough is ready. But today, I'm showing you guys how to make the full Coco pizza recipe. Okay, so I'm currently just kneading the dough and getting it all in one, getting some of the pizza flour together, even some leftover water that I might have on the side. Using your palms helps a lot because that's what mainly presses it down. I've been doing this for like about 6 minutes now. It should take 10 to 15, even to 20 minutes. And I will see you guys when it's more in the dough final form. It's starting to take more of its shape and starting to be less sticky and more in a dough form. I'm having a little too much fun with this dough now. This is only, I might have said this, but I don't remember. This is only my 2nd time making pizza. This dough feels nice! Like, that's so random, but I could tell this is gonna be a good pizza already. Okay, now I'm gonna put our dough into the bowl, and then I'm gonna open up this paper towel, not paper towel, this regular towel, and get it a little damp, because now we're gonna put the towel over the bowl to keep the moisture. And now we're gonna let this just sit out for 90 minutes for the dough to rise and then get ready to flatten it and then make our sauce and everything like that. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. Let's check on our dough. Oh, you can already see it's starting to rise. It looks so good already, I can tell. Okay, now we're gonna put 6 garlic cloves into our pot that we're gonna be making our sauce in. We're just gonna put that in. There. Perfect. And now, tomato sauce to put in. Recently got my nails done. Wait, can we do a little appreciation for the nails over here, guys? Look at the fall polka dot nails. I don't want to ruin my nails. But I think it's okay. A paper towel will solve that mess. We're just gonna pour it all in. Do you see how much is in there? You do not want to waste that. Okay, we're gonna pour a little bit of water into here. Not a lot, just a little bit. We're gonna like twist it a little bit so we can make sure we get the stuff on the side. We're just gonna pour it in this way. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna put in a little bit of oil. Okay, now it's time for our seasonings. We're gonna start off with some basil in here. And now we're gonna put in some oregano. And now we're gonna put in some salt. And now we're gonna put in some black pepper. Yeah. Perfect, and the last thing we're gonna put in is some fresh basil leaves. 2, and I'll just, perfect. Now I'm gonna put the stove on. I'm gonna put it on low because now it's time to start our dough and flatten it, and all the fun part now. Okay, I mixed it a little bit, and now I'm gonna let it sit and simmer while we start to take out the dough and start to flatten it. Okay, now we're gonna get our pan ready for our dough to go on it. We're gonna put some oil, starting from the edges. Do a little like this. Perfect. And now we're gonna pick up our pan and just make sure it spreads all around. I have some breadcrumb that I'm now gonna sprinkle onto the pan. This adds more flavor to the dough. I'm gonna give you guys a very funny fun fact to me. You guys, I had 3 fish. Ready? I had 3 fish. This one big fish named Luca ate one of the eyeballs out of the other fish, killed that fish, and killed another fish that we were told that fish was a male, but turns out that it was a female and it was pregnant, and the big fish killed the big fish killed the other 2 fish, so then we had 2 dead fish, and then my sister was like, let's give the killer a friend. So what did? We got another fish, and what did the killer fish do? He killed that fish too. And then he just ended up like surviving like a year, and then he ended up having his time. But that's a fun fact about me that I still think about to this day, because I think it is very not funny but interesting that I had a killer fish basically that ate my favorite fish's eyeballs out. And then we named the new fish Popeye in honor of the eyes being out. Popeye. Now I'm just gonna use my hands to get the oil more around and spread the breadcrumb out. Do not be afraid to get your hands dirty, you guys. Okay, our final touches of breadcrumb. 3, 2, 1. Wow, guys, I have a hidden talent. I'm a magician. Spread our dough out. Make sure that you don't press on it too hard and you break the dough, because you do not want to break the dough. If there's any thicker spots than the other, make sure you make it all even. Make sure it is all even. Perfect. Now we're gonna get our pointer fingers and our middle finger, and we're just gonna press it down. Perfect. Now we are heading to our final steps where we're gonna put our tomato sauce on and our mozzarella. Love it so much, but every time I gotta add the Italian twist. Mozzarella. Okay, now you can see our tomato sauce is simmering. Just gonna mix it around a little bit so that the seasoning can get all in the sauce. Okay, now I think it's time to put our sauce onto our dough and finish up our pizza. I'm gonna do this very slow. I'm gonna spread the sauce out. Guys, don't mind my dog in the background. It's his playtime, so he's playing with his brother right now. So we have to make sure we do it very even. There's no more on one side, more on the other, because then it's gonna cook uneven and some pieces are gonna have less sauce than the other. So you wanna make sure you make it very even. Okay, now before we put in the mozzarella, I'm gonna take out the garlic cloves. I'm just gonna patch up some of the holes I made from taking them out. I'm gonna finish. What in the goofy laugh did I just do? Do you want a treat? Oh, you don't get one. I promise you guys, I'm a great owner. Okay, now I'm putting in the mozzarella, and I fed my dogs, so now you won't hear them barking and playing around. Spread it around. When you make a pizza, you have to make sure when you put toppings on or anything, you have to make it all very even because, like I said, you don't want any parts to cook more than the other. So every time I'm talking to my friends, most of them, and I say and I'm at a pizza place, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get just, tomato with mozzarella. And they go, what's that? And I go, mozzarella. And they go, what's mozzarella? And I go, okay, well, the non-Italian way to pronounce mozzarella is mozzarella. I know that's the normal way, but I can't every time I'm with my friends and they're like, yeah, can I get some mozzarella? I'm silently crying inside. I literally cannot. I know that's the proper way. Well, it's not the proper way, but I know that's how most people say it, but if you're Italian, you know. Mozzarella. That's how you say it. So every time, guys, actually, this looks so good, and I wish you guys can smell it because the tomato sauce actually smells so good. And have my dad try it tonight too. That's actually kind of scary. He's gonna try my fresh pizza I made on my own for the first time. I cannot disappoint him. So the mozzarella isn't made from scratch, but I got it from a really good Italian grocery store that's nearby. So this mozzarella, so good. Our last piece, put it anywhere that I think needs more. I'm sprinkling some Parmesan cheese. I'm not gonna do too much because I'm also going to sprinkle some more when I take it out of the oven. Perfect. Now, we're going to go back to our fresh basil. Use these two and sprinkle it and break it up. The oven's been preheated on 450, so now I'm going to put it into the oven and it should take around 10 minutes. So I'll see you guys then. Guys, I think it's ready. Okay, guys, the pizza is out. Let's get a close-up on it. It looks so good, and it looks so fluffy, and it just looks absolutely perfect to me. Now, I'm gonna sprinkle some of the cheese and to add for our final touches. Our fresh basil is coming back out. My food's a little cute. We're gonna put it in the middle. Full this time. We have our fresh Italian pizza that was made the Coco way. I'm gonna wait for the pizza to cool down and then I'm gonna try it. It looks so good. I can't wait to give it to my family tonight and eat it. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so when I post another Coco in the Kitchen, you guys can see what other Italian food I make. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!